Can we talk about the whole betatization through 1,000 concessions process that you went through with your marriage? Because I mean, you've been pretty open about it. I mean, you called yourself a big fat beta, and you loved your wife to death. You didn't do anything outside of the marriage, and it just kind of the knot sort of untied itself over time. And you mentioned that was because of. I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it sounds like it's because you kind of relaxed in the marriage, right? Like, did you go through betatization through 1,000 concessions?
Yes, it
You did.
was. I'm still in love with my wife. I'm very happily married, and I was I was building a feather nest, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
And then one day, exactly as you guys say, she says about 4 years ago, she says, "I'm out of here." And it's not cheating her that counted. It's I stopped chasing excellence. She never did. So what I'm saying to you, Rich, is what you guys talk about. So I was pushing, double XL polo shirts and 40-inch waist,
Hmm.
and I'm a Marine. You don't do that shit. And so today I'm down to a 32-inch waist and a 40-inch chest. I'm in the stacks, like you say, 5 days a week now, and I'm making more money. I'm working harder. I'm focusing on this here. Is what can I do that makes me more excellent? And when I do, the rest falls in place. A lot of people, oh yeah, I'm an ex, I'm going to go on a diet. I'm going to go work out. I
Hmm.
don't do anything. And the reason is emotionally it gets in the way. I get up this morning, I go, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to, we had Dr. Nicole on with me who was detoxing me. That detox is a killer because all my addictions come up.
Hmm.
My like drinking and eating. But unless she was there, unless I was willing to do it, go through the 21-day process of her detoxifying my organs, I still be a fat beta male. But what came up immediately is headaches, pain, misery. I hated it. I wanted to eat. I wanted to drink and all this, and not go to the gym. So every time I'm in the gym, I hear your words. Chase excellence.
What do you have to say to the guys out there that, I mean, I generally call them just doomers now. Like, they're all doom and gloom, and they would say something like, well, if a guy like Robert Kiyosaki couldn't keep his wife around, what makes me think I can do it? Like, why should I get married? Why should I even bother with women?
Well, that's a very, very good question. You know, I don't have it as a personal question, but I'm still partners with my wife, business wise.
Mhm.
We're still, that noise is from. But anyway, uh, I it's like the Marine Corps. I'm glad I went through it, and I'm glad I'm married. And today, as I say, the more I chase excellence, the more women I have. Now, what you guys call LTR, that's another question because I'm still happily married in many ways, but we're just not together. We're still business partners. She's still my best friend. And that's priceless. You find, just like my business partners, some of them have been with me 30 years. That's priceless.
Mhm.
And I've met, scumbag business people.
Talk to me about the scumbags out there. I mean, like, there's a lot of horrible people out there that will dupe you, that will take advantage of you. Do you? And I mean, as an older guy, like, as you get older, you start to get better and better at like sussing them out. Separating the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. How do you go about sizing somebody out? To make sure that they're the real deal. Do you have
That's
a
a very,
test or
very
anything?
good, that's a very, very good question because the rule of thumb my rich dad taught me was that from out of every bad deal and every bad partnership comes a good partner. So sometimes it's like you date. She may be the best looking person on earth, but she's not a good person. But it makes you clear on what you want, if you know what I mean. So I've had so many horrible partners. It cost me $30 million to get rid of my last one because they're scumbags. Now this is where my wife stepped up and where I didn't, Rich. She cleaned them out. I didn't. I mean, I make so much money outside my business. I didn't really care how much they stole,
Hmm.
but my wife did. And Kim, and she's a beautiful blonde. She's she's thin, but she's not weak. And she went in and fired them all. And I called it was her crossing the Rubicon.
Hmm.
She was no longer just a pretty woman who was smart and all this stuff. She cleaned house. And that's when she cleaned house with me too.
Well, sometimes when it rains, it pours, right? They just keep going.